We are AIris, and we created a technology that can recognize any kind of object in live streams, photos, or videos. Traditionally, this kind of technology requires very powerful GPU acceleration and is used only in the cloud. Both Google, Cli-Fi, or even Imaga do that, but they're using a lot of computing power reserves. After 3 years of development, we can do what they do with better accuracy and no GPU acceleration. Moreover, we can recognize and classify images in real time using only one core of the CPU processor. And also, locate and track these objects. You can see none of them has our capabilities. So for these reasons, our technology can run directly in low-end computing power devices like smartphone, CCTV camera, drone, robots, even car, not in the cloud. This is very important. The use case for our technology are endless, starting with delivering truly contextual targeted ads, identify threats like guns using only security camera, or even in electronic microscope to identify early stage cancer in blood cell. We recognize so far over 1,000 class of objects, and we continue growing the database. A problem in terms of recognition more and more object classes is that all providers develop internally these object classes. We want to change that. We want to offer our clients a free API that allows them to teach our AI engine with the object that they need and adding them to our database in the process. So therefore, our system become more intelligent and better in terms of accuracy and complexity, and also our big plus is that the system can teach itself to put labels. The market is big. In only these 3 verticals combined, we have more than $40 billion. We offer our clients we are business-to-business company, focused mainly to deliver image recognition capabilities to our developers. We offer an SDK that can be used to build quickly image-ready based on the object classes that developers will learn our free API. And also, the SDK contains all the object classes that exist in our database. With us, you can recognize unlimited numbers of frames for photos. And the price is only once per device, or if you use a server, it's a monthly fee per install. With all others, you need to pay a price per frame processed in the cloud. So it's a prohibitively high if you want to scale up. Also, it's not applicable with this kind of devices. With these devices, you need to know in every moment what is it in front of them, not to wait to upload in the cloud all the frames and process in the cloud these frames. We have a client, the name of the client is Pixalet. They use our technology for adult content moderation. Our accuracy is more than 92%, and we classify images in less than 30 milliseconds. We have more than 20 years experience combined in visual recognition, intelligent video analytics. We are AIris, and we are the next step of evolution in visual recognition. Right now, I want to show you how the system works. So you have a picture. In this picture, we have a person and a car. Let's say the system recognizes this. Let's see. You can see the system recognizes. In this image, you have a car and a person. Let's do another picture. Okay, so in this picture, the system recognizes all the person. This is the original picture. So right now, Vlad played a video. I want to show you how it's possible to use that in security using a security fence lines. It drove a virtual fence lines. So it's very good because it's possible to identify all the objects that cross a border, for example. If you have a drone or any kind of security, it's possible to set a perimeter. And right now, another video is a funny one. Is from advertising. Okay, sure. Again, in this video, our system identified the main class. This is a Malamute.
Good girl. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good girl.
So in this video, AIris detect the main class, this is a Malamute, and ad servers automatically deliver an ad for Purina to the viewers. And moreover, AIris recognize audio from the video, so therefore the ad server is possible to deliver truly contextual joke. Purina loves you too. So our SDK is possible to be used in many kind of industries. The same SDK that can be used in many industries. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, AIris. Okay, let's see what our jury members have to say about this idea.
I don't have a question, it's more experience. Yes, I've seen maybe 20, 30 teams with the same technology out there, and what I learned is that providing SDK is not enough, because then 30 other teams are doing the same just within Europe, so the prices are going down really fine. It's very, very important to find problems which you solve with the technology. So we're integrating industry problems or consumer problems and helping customers to use these technologies. So just having a technology is not enough. It's way more important to find problems which you can solve with this and where you have a value add on top of it. So I just recommend to go with what you do with your customers and try to find out what verticals you can solve, and then try to stay within a vertical, become an expert within surveillance or within advertising. Yes, but just providing SDK will be very, very tough to make money with this at the end.
Actually, we provide this SDK to our client, the Pixelet, and they use for adult content moderation.
It's one client.
It's not only one client. In the world exists right now only one company. The name of the company is Mobileye. They recognize and identify and locate objects and has only 5 classes. We have 25 classes to identify, locate objects in videos or images. And also we have 1,000 classes of object and concept also. So the idea, and also we tested in a medical with 1 month for cancer, so it's possible to use our system. So the idea is in security, for example, it's possible to identify many kinds of objects. The big problem is not only to recognize objects in images, to locate these objects. So if you know, I don't know, any other team that is capable to locate these objects, with more than 93% accuracy, I think I want to meet them.
Sure. Maybe one question about how you're doing it. Don't you have to educate the system on all those 25 classes to basically have a huge number of images, go to educational process,
Yes.
so you achieve accuracy? And how can you do this across all images? Because I kind of agree with the focus here. And I really would like to see what you think on that. Can you educate it for every time, or is this your plan, or you'd like to go vertical? Or?
Actually, our system is an API for start that allow our clients to train our system to any kind of classes that they want. It's for free. And after that, we pay a price for the SDK to recognize these classes.
Sorry, I didn't make myself clear. So assume that I would like to recognize flowers, but you haven't processed, you haven't educated the system.
No.
And I don't want to pay you to educate it for flowers. How can you achieve education across all different kinds of, I would like to recognize patterns, right? So how do you achieve focus in educating the system in advance?
Our clients is any kind of developers that you want to explore, for example, to make a app to identify flowers. So, train our system for free to identify flowers. And after that,
Okay, thank you.
And after that, they use our SDK to build an app that recognizes this kind of flowers.
Yeah, and then you keep all that in your database so that you now recognize flowers too.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Now you started by saying that you don't use GPUs. You just need a CPU to do this.
Yes.
Is that where you're the strongest? Is that the
Yes.
whole point?
Yes.
That a CPU would make it a lot cheaper and faster. Well, not faster.
You use only one core for the CPU. Only one.
Yeah.
All other solution
So what's the sacrifice you make?
is GPU acceleration. So I think it's very important.
Right, does it slow down your image recognition?
No, no. It's,
What is the sacrifice? I mean, you made some sort of a trade-off.
not have any sacrifices. Actually, it's our time. Our time. You know.
Compromise. What's the compromise? Because a lot of people are using the GPUs because they're super fast.
Yes.
You have written software so that it works better on a CPU.
Yes. Yes.
What does the customer give up there? Because I know it's cheaper.
It's more cheaper, of course, and in terms of using in any kind of devices, including server. With $12 instance in Amazon, it's possible to process hundreds and millions frames per month. You know, and with GPU, it's not possible to do that. You need to serious price for that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Put your hands together for AIris. Thank you.